Mr. Vice President, Mr. Speaker, members of the Senate, of the House of Representatives, yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
This was the worst hit that our country has ever taken, worse than Pearl Harbor, because when they attacked Pearl Harbor, at least it was military.
The United States was at peace with that nation, and at the solicitation of Japan, was still in conversation with its government and its emperor, looking toward the maintenance of peace in the Pacific.
And we have to send a very clear message to Putin that this kind of belligerence, this kind of testing of boundaries will have to be responded to, and the best way to do that is Putin.
We recognize the imperative need for this development, yet we must not fail to comprehend its grave implications. Our toil, resources, and livelihood are all involved. So is the very structure of our society. In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex. The potential for the disastrous rise of misplaced power exists and will persist.
In the history of Iraq, a dark and painful era is over. A hopeful day.
This Social Security measure gives at least some protection to 30 million of our citizens.
And what we are saying today is that workers like Santia should not be forced to work 70 hours a week and sacrifice their health.
This is preeminently the time to speak the truth frankly and boldly, nor need we shrink from honestly facing conditions in our country today. This great nation will endure as it has endured, will revive and will prosper. So first of all, let me assert my firm belief that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Nameless, unreasoning, unjustified terror.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what the hell is going on.
Dozens of people were killed in France Thursday night in what's being investigated as a terror attack. A truck plowed through a crowd celebrating Bastille Day in the French resort town.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other thing, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal.
We're live at the Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Laboratory in Laurel, Maryland.
Touchdown. Proceed.
United we stand, divided we fall. Divided, the dark ages return. United, we can save and guide the world.